Okay, so next up is going to be a track from JMax 728. That is going to be... Okay, this song I know is 12 minutes. Okay. This song is called EQUUS by the band Ne Obliviscaris. Current favorite metal song. Love all the different sounds they bring in. I know you've heard some of these guys before. Hope you like it. Yes, I have. And I'm loving the fact that this looks like it's going to be a live performance. So let's do that. All right. Is that the bass grumbling down there? Very trippy that they decided to use a very small group amount of string players here. It's a very unique sound against the heaviness. Oh my God, listen to that bass. Slightly distracted on how killer the bass is right now, sorry. Oof, the drummer. What a great blend that was. The harshness of the arrangement and the crispiness of his voice. And I love the addition of the acoustic guitars. What the drummer was just doing there with the hi-hat with the... That's badass. There's that one little note there that made me go quack. The riffy, chuggy guitar in the back sounds like it's doubled. Sounds great. And I don't mean double. Played 2 times. Sounds like they're running it through a doubler. Sounds fantastic. This right here. I'm on listening Listen to that bass. Wait, I'm losing the script here for a second. Is that the same singer that had the clean voice as well? This one? Viola support system for the tone. A little bit of that slightly warmer vibe there. Two separate singers. Oh, I see. Oh, cool. Okay. There's also the violins as well. Right. Guys, if there's ever a bass pushed out in the mix, this is it, and it sounds phenomenal. Wow, I'm really digging this section for sure. I'm getting a little influenced and motivated by this section. I mean, as a composer, it's churning. God, I love when drummers express such dynamics while playing the cymbals. Going from bell to side to light touch to clash to... Nice intervals. I like that. And what a great guitar tone for the solo. Jesus. Killer tapping pattern. In any other genre, this would be just like an arpeggiation off of a, of a synth or something, but that was super cool. That was good. See if he does it again. Like that note that was just hit with the choir or that vocal point. Bruh, what a track. I don't know where I start off. Let me find a nice little spot here to stop. There we go. There were so many incredibly well-woven layers in this, in the sense, like, for instance, even what we just heard here at the very ending, we heard this particular style of production a few times throughout the song. I mean, it's almost a 13-minute track. And what it is that you have the fluidity of the clean vocals, you had choir stuff happening in the background, but yet in the polar opposite of the cleanliness and all that, even though this had the basis, obviously, of metal. It's not metalcore. Maybe mellow death. Would that be? I don't know. But they had the heaviness of everything. But then you had the guy. Apparently, I was reading the chat that the member that does the growling and the heavy, part of the vocal performance had left. I guess maybe for some unique health conditions or something. But that juxtaposition in the production made it so gnarly, but yet so accessible. And I think one of the things, I've talked about this in the past, that makes that accessible is how good your engineer is as well, the mixing process. Let's talk about that mixing really quick. I opened up just glowing about the bass player, and the bass work was phenomenal. But it got to a place where I was going, maybe the bass player wrote the song. Because sometimes you can tell, whoever wrote the song, they're a little more pushed in the mix sometimes. That's why you never allow the drummer in the room while you're mixing. I'm just saying. But this was a phenomenal track. And, it was the bassist who started the band. Okay, well, I'm not saying that that's the reason why, but I will tell you one thing. All the musicians in there smoked. That guitar solo was phenomenal. Some great, great voicings that were going on in there. and especially when it came to some of the wider arpeggiations that he was doing with the tapping. Super clean guitar tone. The drummer was fire, epic fire. But here's the other thing about the drummer. It's almost like you're split into two levels as far as power and velocity. So the kick is going just in your face, but he's got this delicate touch that he's doing on the cymbals and stuff like that. That is mind-numbing to have that part of your body, the lower part of your body, your feet just pounding away at the drums, yet you're still going, you know. I'm sure it didn't sound like that. But as a track, it was phenomenal. And Ne Obliviscaris is a band that I have listened to quite a few times on the Decomposer Lounge. Badass track. Everybody agree? I'm just saying. Okay.